Not a good way to start off the show.
It's not.
Water
right?
going down the wrong pipe.
Thought you hit that gas.
I'm like, help!
Started off with the Heimlich.
Cut the commercial.
Cut the commercial. Welcome to Generational Talk, the podcast. That is the young pup Sante in the building.
Yeah, and this is the seasoned pup. I didn't want to say old. Jay himself, the father.
Yeah, you could. I think I would have been cool with the old dog. This the old dog.
Not seasoned?
But you said seasoned pup.
Did I say seasoned pup?
Yeah, you still trying to put me in the same category as you.
No, he ain't no pup. I didn't even hear the pup come out my mouth. I'm sorry. This is the big dog though. this. Man needs to lay off the protein. That's what he need to do.
No, I need to start getting protein, man. I'm getting skinny, man. I'm feeling not myself, man.
Not yourself?
Mm-mm.
Diets do that to people.
They do, but I'm loving the diet. I ain't got no. You know, well, when I sit down, that's the part I hate. When I sit down and I'm like, I don't like nothing to hang over my. It ain't a hangover though. Like it ain't a hangover. It's this, when it bunch up. When
Yeah. It's one step at a time, one day at a time.
Hey man, but I think I'm about to jump back on the meat, man. At least seafood, man.
Seafood? Okay.
I'm gonna start that first.
All right, that's reasonable.
But now I just gotta up my workout.
That's the most important part right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running. Like it was weird because like I felt it in my knees, like trying to shoot. This is when I was like 230. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trying to shoot, I went to shoot and I felt something. I'm like, damn, what's going on? I ain't put myself on the scale or nothing. So I'm just because I haven't really played basketball since the pandemic started.
Right.
So I went out thinking everything is good. I'm like, whoa. What's going on? Like, no, I ain't got bad knees. Do I got bad knees?
Yeah, I don't know.
But now, being that I'm almost 30 pounds lighter, I'm about 202 right now.
202?
Yeah, 202.
Okay, all right.
So, I went to, do a little shooting and felt good, man.
Yeah, all right. Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We seeing improvements.
Yeah, man.
We seeing improvements.
Oh, I'm seeing improvements. Am I still avocado-ish? Do I still look like an avocado?
No.
Okay.
No. Not
what
at all.
What would you call me now? A loaf of bread?
I don't know.
Okay, just not an avocado.
Just not an avocado.
I'm out of the avocado stage.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's good. That's good that you keeping up with everything you said you was gonna keep doing.
Yeah, that's man. But that meat, that was a slide back in a little out of nowhere pop up. The Yemen came back.
Yeah, it did come back.
It was right there. I heard it. I felt it. Felt pretty good. Felt like I was comfortable saying Yemen. Yeah, it's like
I think at this point that's like your catchphrase.
I wouldn't say it's a catchphrase.
Yeah, I think so. Welcome to the Generational Talk, the podcast, Yemen.
Yeah,
I'll put it on a shirt. I'm gonna have a shirt made, Yemen.
Yemen.
All right.
Be like, you gotta watch to understand. Check it out.
Gotta go through all the episodes, all of them.
And we're working on merch. Getting some shirts cracking for everybody that's been riding with us at this beginning stage.
Since day one.
What I'm saying? I don't care if it's day one or not. We still in the beginning. We really haven't done any heavy promotion, but we appreciate everybody that's in the comments, everybody that's giving us a thumbs up. Even if you don't subscribe, just give us a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button. It helps us out, I guess. I'm still learning. I'm still reading. I guess them likes help us out. So, give us the thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also, for those of you that are in the comments, I'm having a good time. I don't know about him, but I'm having a good time going in there and chatting it up. You know, sometimes we get a little back and forth, sometimes we don't. But you know, just seeing them, reading them, and responding to them is fun for me and the staff. You know, and the staff, I guess. You know, sometimes the staff tries to stay a little neutral, but I'm sure they're on my team. They're on my side. I don't think they're on his side. I think they're on my side.
And another thing, if you guys are really enjoying, go ahead and share the love.
Yeah.
Share it with everyone else. Don't just keep us all to yourself.
I mean, I understand I want to hold these guys to myself. You know what I'm saying? I love this podcast and I just want to keep them to myself, but share the love, man. Let other people love us too.
Right.
You know,
share us with the world. That's all.
One more thing. If anybody else has anything that they would like us to show on here, promote, just hit us up. I think the email should be on the description. If not, it will be somewhere on there. But yeah, just hit us up, man. We will promote your stuff, man. Especially if you send us some stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a large, medium. Just saying, if it's some clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it's food, just let us know where we could pick it up, or you know, we'll work on getting a PO box. You know, for people to mail. You know, we still in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
You know, so all of this stuff is coming.
Yeah.
And, you know, every week something new should, you know, be added. Yeah. You know.
I agree.
I hear that we're working on getting a TikTok.
We are working on a TikTok
and a Twitter.
And a Twitter. Yeah. Is it Twitter or Tweeter?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had one before.
I saw the bird, so I thought it was tweet.
But yeah, we got a TikTok, a Generational Talk TikTok, and a Twitter coming up soon. So you guys keep a lookout for that. But with that being said, you know, why don't we get started with this episode?
Yeah, the episode has already started.
You know what?
As soon as we start talking, the episode has started, man.
I mean into the topics, but you know what? I'm feeling competitive today. I'm feeling really competitive. What do you think was better in your generation than it was in mine?
Well, since you're so competitive, you're feeling competitive. I heard I was the one that seems competitive, but that was in the comments.
They did say that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're passionate.
No, you're the one that's passionate. You're passionate. You know, they gave you a complete pass on that. I don't think he's aggressive. I think he's passionate. Okay. He has a lot of passion. Cool. Well, why don't you take your passion, and since you're taking the competitive torch right now, then you let me know what you think was better in your generation.
Man. I was hoping you would go first. That way it gives me some time to think.
Hey man, you gotta redeem yourself for that food stuff, man. You saying boiled food, man.
Man,
I'm surprised that nobody getting that yet.
Hey,
it's probably they have until what, Tuesday for the box.
Yeah.
So
that's right. That's right. No one claims that I'm taking it.
No, we already got. I think
we already got some runner-ups for it.
Yeah, some people already say, "Give me that box."
I want that box.
There was he put it in there 3 times, man.
3 times.
Yeah, all different ways. Give me that box.
You want?
Give me that box. Give me that box.
He wanted to be sure that he was putting the correct one in there.
He said, "I want the box. Give me the box."
Yeah, that is what he said. Yeah. All right.
So, you know, what do you think was better?
Man.
Yeah, you're not feeling that competitive if you don't have one already. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say cameras. Cameras. Yes. It's so obvious. Cameras keep getting better. Yeah.
You said they're so they're better in your generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cameras. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like cameras are gonna be like, damn,
Yeah.
now we're back to black and white.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
With each
nigga,
one that
we didn't have black and white. We had color. What are you talking about?
it is a little before you. That's your great grandparents' generation.
Yeah, that's a long time before me. Man. Did you used to think back in them days they saw in black and white too?
It made it really confusing with movies. Yes, it made it really confusing with movies.
When you go outside, it's black and white.
When I was younger, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did this color come from?
You got that dumb part for me because I used to think that too. I'd be like, was the sun gray back in the day? You know. But yeah, I used to think dumb stuff, man. I used to really think some silly stuff, man. But I'm glad to know that you picked that up.
Yeah,
you got that for me.
You know, we got a phase.
I'm sure we're not the only kids that used to think that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Your brother likes to say in the 1900s, like as if it was that far. He would ask that, like back in the 1900s. Did you? I'm like, nigga, don't say it like that, man. It wasn't too far away. Like I didn't grow up in.
That was last week.
Act like I was here when Jesus was walking around. You know, like come on, man.
To him, he might have been.
No, man, please don't. He's not. He's not dumb to say that. I think Jay just be teasing.
Yeah,
I think he'd just be teasing, like in
the
1900s.
So. Yeah, I think he knows what to say to kind of like mess with you a little bit.
Because he says it like as if he's always trying to dig. Like in the 1900s. But then at first, when I first said it, I'm like, I wouldn't be no 19. I'm like, I was in the 1900s.
You were in the 1900s. Yeah, you were there. You were definitely there.
Yeah, man. Okay, so yeah, I agree. The cameras, because I mean, they have
to get.
It's
better.
getting, but that's a whack one because we already did technology. That's technology.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, you're trying to go whack, man. You're not feeling competitive.
I
You
guess
hyped
you're
up.
right.
You just hyped it up to it be nothing. You Black Friday'd everybody right now. Big hype, and they only had a couple.
Dang. So we're not counting that one. I gotta do some more thinking.
Man, that's so whack.
All right.
All right, so let me say what was better in our generation. Here's a good one. Halloween. Trick-or-treating. Yeah, hey. You used to get some stuff, man. Now it's so...
What kind of stuff?
Like, we used to get a lot of candy, but now... I think kids were worried back then. Like, parents were worried. Like,
back
we got to check the candy. Come on, man. we got to check the candy, but it wasn't like now. You got to check for you got to be wary about everything.
Yeah, it's to the point where if like air seeps out of the wrapper, you throw it away.
Yeah. Well, I don't, but yeah, I mean, you got to be cautious about everything. Like coronavirus. Remember they had the anthrax at one point.
Yeah.
But back then, you just throw that shit in the bag, bro.
You are absolutely correct.
What?
Yeah, Halloween was definitely better back then.
Why'd you say it like that right now? Because you didn't want to give me charity.
I didn't want to be like, yeah, I'll give that to you. Yeah. That's why I want you to know without a doubt that you took that one.
All right.
You don't have that one. You took it. That's what you did. Yeah. You're welcome.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy because even at work, in previous years, we would get a whole bunch of Halloween merchandise, right? We would get a whole bunch of costumes. We would get a whole bunch of candy, like a whole...
And they'll be sold out.
Yeah, they would be sold out immediately. But this year, I ain't see like one bag of candy. I've only seen like a handful of costumes. So I think this year, like, Halloween's canceled. That's what I think.
No, I don't think it's canceled.
I think like it's canceled, but it's just people are going to still have a Halloween. I think it's going to be more like a family and friends getting together type of deal as opposed to more people going out from
they
door
probably,
to door?
Probably preparing for that monkeypox.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading somewhere. I don't know if all the cruise lines did it, but I think Norwegian just lifted to where anybody can go cruise, but that's coming later in the year.
Oof.
I can't.
You ready to
I'm
hop on a
looking forward
boat?
to going on a boat, man.
I be trying to go on a boat myself. Where you going?
I don't know.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
You probably got to stay local
That's crazy.
for the first
For the first one, just to get back
see
into it.
How it is now on there.
Yeah.
Probably have to do the little Mexico joint. You never been on a ship?
I have.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I've been
on.
on at least once for sure. I don't know where it was or where we went. I think it was Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just kind of get off, walk around,
Mm-hmm.
do some shopping, then get back on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't been to the Bahamas or Jamaica.
Well, I mean, I got that on you, man. You went to DR. I ain't went to the DR, but
Yeah, you be traveling by boat. I be traveling by plane.
I go by boat. Gotta get on that boat, man.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
But when I went to Jamaica and the Bahamas, I had to get on the plane to go to Florida. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I double whammy.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
You
all right.
never did that.
Okay.
So do you have something that's better in your generation that you think, since you were all competitive? I haven't even heard none yet.
Okay. All right. Stick with me now. All right.
And they better be good.
All right. Watch this. You guys watching? Wine.
All right, man. This dude.
No, listen,
He
because
had nothing.
wine gets better with age. That's why they be having the stuff sit in barrels. Wine gets better with age. So wine from the 1900s is gonna be better today than it was when it was first originally made.
Yeah. Newsflash. That is from our generation. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
But we're here now.
But where was it? It was created back then to be good now. Come on, man. You losing.
Come on.
I thought you was competitive. I thought you felt competitive, man. You're losing, man.
We'll say the wine they made
No,
is for us today.
No.
And even
So
saying
whack.
the wine that's made today is for the next generations.
So whack, bro. I thought you had something, man. That's so whack.
I think I had something. I think I had something.
You did think you had something, but you don't.
Yeah. I had it. Y'all tell me if that was a good point or not.
No, but nobody's gonna think that was.
Nobody's. I know a few people
You
might
went
think
with,
that.
and if they do, then I will get them. I will be on attack in them comments. First, you came up with cameras,
Yeah.
technology. Then you said, "Oh, I got one, wine." Shut up, man. Like,
It just keeps getting better with age, though.
yeah, but those are whack.
All right.
Cameras would have been good if it wasn't technology. We already did technology.
All right.
So each
All
week
right.
you're going to come up with something that's technical. You're going to be like, yeah, man, cars. And next week, phones,
All right.
iPads, the computer. It's all technical.
All right. I'm gonna have a good one next week.
I hope so.
I'm gonna have a
'cause,
good one next
you,
week.
You came out the gate like you was Superman, but you can't fly. You know what I mean?
Watch next week. It's gonna be a good one.
I sure hope so. Cause mine was kind of soft, but cause I was trying to give you a win. Halloween is something that could be defeated, but you came with some.
No, I
weakness.
don't know. Because I don't think Halloween back then, parents laying their kids out to go walk around, go from door to door in the neighborhood. It was more of a common thing. Like everyone knew each other, everyone trusted each other. There are days where, someone from one house would go half a mile down the street to talk to, so-and-so or whatever. Everyone knew each other. but that's just not the same today. You know, like no one knows anybody. You know, and like and parents are really skeptical about letting their child go door to door to these strangers' homes, not knowing who they are, where they're from, what they do, for some candy.
Yeah,
that's that's been in their possession. So so I think Halloween was a really, really good one. Yeah. So I think either way that was gonna be a win on your end.
You have no confidence. That's because you don't have anything really to hold with this generation.
We're gonna get back to it next episode.
Well, you better come with something.
We're gonna be back on it on the next episode.
Hey man, I didn't even give that much thought. I just was like, man, Snickers. Oh, Halloween candy.
Hey.
There's one of them hungry. Why wait? And the Snicker came up. I'm like, Halloween.
He was just thinking about candy. It was like, hey, Halloween. There we go. It works.
I haven't had it. Well, I had a Snicker the other day, but it was the regular size. It wasn't the king size. They taste different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the I forget how many years ago it was. What about that ginormous brick of a Snickers I got you for Father's Day?
That was pretty big, man.
Yeah.
that was pretty big, man. I think I had to cut it. Didn't I cut it?
You did have to cut
it. Yeah. I'm not. No, it's not happening.
That is funny.
Yeah, man. Them was the days, man. Good old Father's Day gifts. When the kids knew, what to get their fathers.
Uh-huh.
Without the parents saying something. That's when you knew it was like.
All right. Well,
attention.
Speaking of Father's Day, what was what kind of father was Grandpa?
Hey man,
Grandpops. What kind of father was he to you?
He was
You got your butt whooped a lot, didn't you? You was
I
a
did,
bad kid.
but my dad would well, first off, I had two.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a biological, and then I had my father.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a blessing, to have two, because back when we were younger, I really didn't understand why my dad wouldn't come around that much, or and older, when I started having children of my own, I would kind of give a pass, like because I went through some things, and then you like, oh well, maybe this is what fatherhood is about. You have to deal with these women that you guys are trying to maneuver through life, and someone gets upset and someone doesn't like this person this day, and then you got to deal with two different personalities, and this one kid's in the middle. So I was the type where everybody wanted their way pretty much, but we were all we were kids, man.
Right.
Trying to figure out this kid. So it's like you got a bunch of selfishness going on. You got a bunch of childish behavior, but everybody thinks they're right. So with me going through that, then I'm starting to give a pass. Like, oh well, maybe he had to deal with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then it becomes a certain point to where you're like, it has nothing to do with the child. We shouldn't be going through this and putting a child in the middle. So the older I got, the more I started gravitating towards my pops. Like, this dude is here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with the other dude? You know what I mean? And we used to see, we didn't used to see him as much. I remember because, growing up in Compton and being from, the Pasadena area, like, he stayed in Pasadena. So my family would see him more than we see. We seen him through them. They're like, oh, I seen your dad. I was like, oh, yeah, where you see him? Oh, he was riding his motorcycle over, blah, blah, blah. So that had me like, dang, I want to see my dad drive a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But his the location was out of Compton, so we would see a lot of people with those jackets, and all the time I'm like, oh, is that my dad? You know, and you know, thinking about it and hearing it come out of my mouth, that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like you looking at jackets, motorcycle club jackets, and wondering if that's your dad riding that motorcycle.
Yeah.
And sometimes it would be, you know, and it.
Is that where your love of motorcycles came from?
Nah, man. Like, I wouldn't even call it a love. It was just, like, I'm the type of guy that if I want something and I want to try to get it, and when I get it, if I like it, I'm going to keep it. If not, then, you know. But when I first got a motorcycle, just riding a motorcycle was just, it's a feeling I can't even explain. It's just so therapeutic, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's like nothing. It's like nothing I've ever experienced. Like, and when I had my motorcycle, I was living in Utah, and you don't have to wear helmets.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's just different. I had a helmet.
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right.
sometimes
All right.
I
cool.
wouldn't wear. I'd just be riding with it with my hat backwards.
This was when you had long, curly locks.
I didn't have curly
back in the
locks.
1900s.
I didn't have curly locks. But getting back to, you know, yeah, I mean, he was tough. And you mentioned whoopings. Sometimes it was like a debate, like in our mind, like, dang, I know I'm about to get a whooping. If I could pick, like, who would I want to whoop me? Like, my dad's was hard. Like, he'll hit you hard, but he'll hit you fewer times. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll probably hit you like 4 times. But in between them hits,
You get a break.
well, you get a break, but then it's like, dang, just hurry up and whoop me because he's talking to you. You know?
Oh, so it's a lecture.
It's a lecture whooping.
Oh, okay.
You're getting a lecture whooping, you know? But, and he was left-handed, so he'll put the belt, you know, on his shoulder. And he'll be walking, talking, and right when you're about to answer, you pop, you really didn't want me to answer that, you know? But,
it was scary then. It's funny now, right?
oh, yeah, it's funny
Okay,
now.
all right.
Like, you know, I mean, because I understand, like, you know, parents do what was done to them. You know what I'm saying? Most. And because it doesn't come with a book. It doesn't come with any type of manual.
Well, it's parenting for dummies.
Yeah, so if a dummy reads that, then, you know. But no, it's like, it's just a life experience, man. You learn through your parents. And like I said before, I took the things that I didn't like and the things that I liked, and I kept those characteristics. Like, you know, I didn't like whooping, so I try my best not to whoop.
Right.
It takes a lot for me to you know, punish a kid physically. It takes a lot. If a kid is getting punished physically by me, you better believe that motherfucker deserved it. He did something, you know? And but, you know, even to this day, man, I admire my pops, man, and cause he came through. He showed me. He was the reason that I was able to, like, date women with children and really, like, care for the kids, like as if they were mine, because I seen it done by my pops. You know what I mean? Like, only my 2 sisters and, you know, my brothers that came with him, you know what I'm saying, into the family. But he came and, you know, took care of three boys that wasn't his, you know? And it's just like, that's, you know, like, it's not like I'm not saying that that's manhood, but that's some manly shit. That's some strong. It takes a real man to do something like that and be there, provide, give life lessons, guide. You know what I mean? And he's not a perfect man. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's all we do. Like, this is my dad right here. You know, and like, sometimes people would get it twisted because, you know, we do have other siblings, and we're all close. Like, you know, my dad has so there's a first, and it sounds like this is how I describe it. There's a first batch of children, and we all grew up together, you know, and we all know each other even to this day. Like, we all know each other. We know each other's parents. We all had relationships with everybody. Like, my mom will call them, you know, hey daughter, or hey son, or, you know what I'm saying? Even my dad, he'll be like, what's up, man? You know, like, what's up, son? You know? And there's other children, you know, I have brothers and sisters that I don't know that well, you know what I mean? And sometimes I want to know them, you know what I'm saying? I want to get to know them a little bit more. And it was one time we had this huge disconnect because they really don't understand why, you know, some of us feel the way we feel towards our father. But the understanding, well, the part that will help that is, well, it helped me. I can't speak for everybody. Like, you know, I talk to them, you know, sometimes there's somebody hit me up on YouTube. I didn't even know it was my brother. I'm like, oh man, thanks for the love and support. He's like, oh man, why not? You're my brother. And I'm like, I looked him up. I'm like, man, this is my brother. Got that nose, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother, man, you know. And you know, I met him. We you know, we've been around each other enough to know who we are, and, you know, and talk and be cool. But I want to know him, you know what I'm saying? Like, on a different, because, you know, we're the same blood. You feel me? And but there's a part of a disconnect because, and this is what I think, they grew up with him. Like, he was the father to them, like my dad was to us. So we didn't get that. So I understand that, how they feel about him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I could just hope that they understand that I didn't get that. So I'm not mad at anybody, but I don't share those same sentiments that you guys share, because he raised you guys. You know what I'm saying? He gave you guys what we were yearning for, you know what I'm saying? And it's no knock on him, you know, rest in peace, that there were certain obstacles that we don't know. Like, I will never know, you know what I'm saying? I know some of the obstacles by talking to my dad, and he was, you know, telling me some things, but there's a lot of stuff that people go through as parents, especially when they don't work out. Right. You know, that you might have to go through, and you may feel like, I shouldn't have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't feel like going through that today. It's a lot. I want to go pick my kids up, but damn, I got to deal with this shit if I go over there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and that's another reason why I would always, as much as I can, just try to understand, you know, the other party. And everybody just wants to be heard. Like, you know, I could just speak for myself. I always wanted to be heard. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, like when I was younger, if you didn't understand what I'm saying, it's just frustrating. You know, because I always felt like I'm trying to be the peaceful one here, or I'm trying to be the one with sense, you know. And sometimes it doesn't always come off like that, you know. So I learned a lot of that from my dad. He was this chill guy. And if he had to get riled up, he got riled up, but very seldom. You know what I mean? And even when he was getting riled up, you couldn't tell that he was riled up. You know? So his composure is one of the best, you know, things that I remember and I hold on to. You know what I mean?
So with all those things that you've been through with him, all those conversations, all those life lessons, do you think those are do you think you turned out to be a father you thought you would be, like, today?
Yeah, because the thoughts that I had was just I didn't just keep them as thoughts. I turned them into action. Like, this is the father that I want to be. And, you know, not knocking someone else, but this is the father that I don't want to be because of how I viewed it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to view me like I viewed him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I would rather get viewed this way. So I'm going to take these practices that I learned here and these practices that I learned here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to, live by that. Because sometimes people can teach you stuff without teaching you. Teach you what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to spend as much time with my children as I possibly can because of the void that I had, getting, and there's some things that happened, like, when you guys went to Georgia for those years.
Yeah, it was like a year and a half.
Oh man. Like, yeah. I didn't know that was happening until like a couple days prior. And it was like, I just felt like there was nothing I could do. It was just like, here's something else that I have no control over. But because I was naive, I didn't know anything. I didn't want to go to court. I was scared of the court system. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do none of that. So it's just like, I just gotta let this happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing. You know? That's how I thought back then. But yeah, man, that was a low point in life, because it was like, you just gonna take my kid, man. Like, that's what I felt like. You just taking him,
Yeah. No, that's a lot of weight to bear on the shoulders.
Hey, man, it was.
And time moves pretty fast when you're a kid as opposed to when you're older. Because like when I was younger, the type of father that I had, was pretty much like, it was just a lot of positive reinforcements to kind of like the things I already had.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like don't get me wrong, there were definitely times where, you did have to be a disciplinary parent. Yeah. And back then, it wasn't fun, but, I, like you said, you didn't enjoy, doing physical punishments.
Yeah.
So like me, I just remember doing schoolwork, when I was in trouble. Like, I'm pretty sure I did like schoolwork during the summer if, I was acting up. So though, but, I hated it then, but, when the school year came around, I was ahead of people who were already, like, what are we talking about? Like, oh, this is what we're talking about. So, it's funny, being older, looking back at those situations, I'm like, that sucked, but it left me in a better place than I would have been without it, So, and really looking back, there was never really a time where like you were gone, like, yeah, there was that time where I was in Georgia, but that time went by like, I mean, to me, it was
to
like,
you, to me, it was just like,
to me, it was like, I was like, damn, like we were in Georgia. It felt like a dream or something like that, but, when I was younger, those, when I wasn't in trouble, those weekends when I spent with you and like my other brothers, man, that was honestly the time of my life. Cause like when I was younger, I would ask my mom, when are we going to Daddy Jeff's house?
Told you said that. Go ahead.
I always knew I said that. I just didn't know that he didn't like it. Because I never said it to his face. It would just be something I would say to my mom, like, oh, are we going to Daddy Jeff's house? Oh, all right, we gonna go see Daddy Jeff. Like, it just rolls off the tongue so easily. Like, Daddy Jeff. It's funny. I didn't know it bothered him so much. But
no, but I understood. Like, it bothered me, but I understood why. Because you had to, at a young age, you were looking at this other man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That I guess your sister probably called him dad, and you were just like, what do I call him?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one thing I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing, to call someone else dad, because my sister does that. She called him dad. But me, it's like, me, I just kind of naturally knew. I always addressed that person by their name. You know, like me, if I call you, you know, well, I don't know. Is because there are just too many ways to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, but me, it's just like you are my father figure. But to me, like I only have one dad. You know, like blood. But what was I saying? Like, you know, when I was younger, spending weekends with you, you know, with my brothers and all of them, that was the time of the life. You know, like especially like during the summer when I got to stay like damn near a whole week with you, I was like, yes. You know, like it was a lot of fun. You know, it was never boring. You know, it's like even when you took us to work with you, you know, like those are things that I will never ever forget. You know, like and like that time where like I was modeling sunglasses for you for your job. I was like, what? Look at me.
But that was you were older then.
I was older then, but you know,
then.
going back further, you know, weekends were never boring. You know, you always took us to the park. You know, you took us to like some amusement parks, and even if we were just chilling out the house, you know, we playing video games. We'd be out front playing football. This man does not hold back when we play football. All right, but it's not like we're playing full on football. We're just, you know, tossing the football around, right? So it'll be me and my little brother, right? So, you know, we thinking we got a handle on his arm, you know? So like we throwing the ball a little bit harder because we think we something, right? When we throw it harder, he throws the ball harder back to us.
And you can see the whole facial change.
So me, like, I'm catching the first few. I'm thinking, okay, I got this. Oh no, he could throw a lot harder than that. Accurately. When I tell you accurately, forget basketball. This man could have been football. He could have been a quarterback, all right? That way you don't have to worry about no 300-pound man trying to truck you or anything like that. But man, it got to the point where like we had no other choice but to dodge the ball. Like we just got to dodge it. It would hit the fence and like we would think that the fence, it's gone. Like it's not there, you know?
Dude, making me sound like the Hulk.
Because that's what it looked like to us. It got to the point where me and D, we just look at each other like, I ain't catching that. Like, throw it to him. No, throw it to him. Like, I don't want it, you know? But I think that too, because that's something I will never ever forget either. You know, because I think because of that, you know, I didn't kind of, and I'm not trying to like, you know, this ain't going out to anyone in particular, but I didn't grow up as like a wimp.
Yeah.
You know, like if we wanted to like, you know, play fight or whatever, like we could play fight. If you wanted to play football, like full on football, we could play football. There were days, you know, because, you know, you taught us to be tough kids, you know, not to just like cry about every little thing.
Yeah.
There were times where me and the neighborhood kids, we would be playing football in the street, you know, and like, you know, fall down, scrape our knee, scrape our elbow. Do you remember the time where I came home with like a bleeding elbow and was like, Dad, my elbow's bleeding because I fell playing football? And you said something and I was like, yes, you know, because to me, in my mind, my whole elbow is gone, but in reality, it was probably just like a little cut or whatever, but it was like bleeding, you know? So he was like, oh, like, he was like, good job, man. I'm like, yes, you know, recognition.
Yeah,
yes.
not being no crybaby.
Yeah, you know, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't understand you while you're making that noise.
Yeah, so it's like, you definitely had a very, not just a hand, but a whole arm in that development of like who I am today.
Yeah.
You know, like if you weren't there in my life, I'd be a wimp. I would. I don't think I would handle pressure well. I don't think I would handle anything physical very well. It would just be a whole different me.
Hey man, because that is my like that's one of the things. Like I know that it's okay to cry. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As a man, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to, you know, hug. And, you know, we always hugged. We always said, you know, I love you. Like, I would never, you know, shy away from any of that. Like, I always see other parents. I'm like, man, you don't hug your kids, man. Like, hug
right.
them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they hug, and it's like, that's
be one
weird.
of those little.
Yeah, like I'm like, that's your son, man. You know what I'm saying? That is your offspring right there.
It's yours.
Hug that dude, man. You know? And I just always wanted my kids to know that I love them regardless of what's going on. I know you don't see me every day, but you know, just know that I'm there, and you will never have to question how I feel. You know what I mean? And even sometimes, like, it used to be rough, like driving back. Like, man, I had just, like, you probably never know. Sometimes I'm sure you guys knew, but you know, we had like a little disagreement, and it's just like, just driving back with that, you know.
Yeah.
It's be like, y'all talk to each other, man. You know, just try not to bother me.
Yeah, I vague remember memories of that.
Yeah,
I definitely do. But you know, taking in all the things that you told me about your pops, you know, everything I remember, you know, about what we went through when we were younger, you know, I could only hope to be, you know, the same way, you know, when I someday become a father, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody think, like, I thought about that, like you know, girls think about, oh, when I get married, I want my wedding to be like this. I'm always like, when I become a father, I want to be like this. I want my kids to look at me this way. Like, you can never predict the future.
Right.
Like, you can never say, oh, my kid ain't going to do that. You don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all I know is I always thought about the work that I'm going to put in to make sure that my children are like this. You know, I always thought I wanted a girl. I always tell this to people. I always thought I wanted a daughter. And until I seen, like, my nieces, you know, and the stuff my brothers go through. And
me, I hope I have girls. I do.
That's a whole different ball game, man. I mean,
because, like, me, like, I grew up in a household with boys. You know, it's just, you know, every morning, you know, I would try my hardest to be in bed as long as possible. When my two other brothers would be here, I would wake up, but I wouldn't open my eyes. I'd still pretend to be asleep. And I look in the corner. They play fighting. You know, it's like they all being rowdy. It's like they always want to fight. You know, it's like, relax. Let's just be civil. You know, it's like, I feel like a barbarian. Like, we gotta fight every day, for whatever reason. You know, but I just want, you know, I know what that's like. So I don't know. I just want something different. You know, like, I just want girls. You know, if I had two girls,
a bunch of cat fighting going on. Like, she took my panties. Those are my panties. You want to have that?
I don't know. It might be different. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm willing to roll the dice to see what happens.
That'd be cool, man. Like, if you did have a daughter. What if you? I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want you to have all.
No, at least two.
Your auntie has all girls.
Whew.
And every time I'm over there, like, sometimes I forget, like, because, you know, they're all cool, man. It's like, you know, she raised them well. They did their job over there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you forget it's a lot of them. You know? And it's just like, and I always put myself in that shoe, like, oh, man, I don't know how y'all did it. Oh, I couldn't have did it with all these girls, man. Because, I mean, it's a lot that come along with that, man. I remember one of my brothers, he had hit me up, and I was just like, I'm the wrong dude, man. I don't know nothing about none of that, you know. She had just caught her monthly, you know what I mean? And it was just like, why you calling
me? Keep it over there.
I'll probably do the same thing you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And
you want to juice?
I don't want to have anything to do with that. It's like, I don't want to know. You know?
Oh, no.
I'm like, so be careful what you wish for, man.
I don't know. Because I feel like when you have a son, you know, if having a daughter instead of a son, I feel like you spoil her differently, you know, than you would if you had a son. I don't know.
Oh, so like, you're looking forward to the spoiling part. Like you want somebody to spoil you.
She'll be a daddy's girl for sure.
Yeah. Get a dog, man. For right now. Get a dog, spoil your dog, man, and see, you know. Right now, man, I don't know. I wouldn't, cause you know you have those become cravings, man. Uh-huh. The next thing you know, you're like, man.
But you know, whenever I need a break, I know, you know, Grandpa Jeff.
I'm never gonna be Grandpa Jeff. Never gonna be Grandpa Jeff.
You're like, can we go visit Pop? I'm like, yes, we could go visit Pop.
Dad. It's Dad. It's Dad. Telling you, man, if you have a kid before I am, what did I say? 70 or 75.
I think you dropped it down to like 65, didn't you?
I don't know, but we're going to go 70, 75 right now.
Okay.
And if I did drop it, you show me the proof, and then we'll bring the age down. But, no, that's our kid. That's our kid. Grandpa, nothing. I will ignore the shit out of the kid. You keep calling me some grandma.
Oh, that's messed up.
I don't know who you talking to. Dad.
Yeah.
It's Dad.
That is funny, but nah, like whenever that time comes, you know, whether I'm prepared or not, you know, I just want to take all the life lessons that, you know, I got from the stories that you told me from your father. You know, I'm gonna take all the life lessons that I obviously got from you. You know, my other parents and other father figures. You know, take on all those things that worked. You know, all the things that I really didn't like, although down the line I saw that, you know, it was for the better. You know, I'm just gonna apply all of those just to be, you know.
That's one thing. Like, I never understood when I was younger, when they say it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. You're like, you're not hurting yourself. Sounds like you enjoy this, you know. But punishing your own kids, man, or punishing the child, period, is just like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Especially if they little cute, they do something cute. Like, that's why if you have daughters, man, they gonna run over you, man. And you already want to spoil.
That's where the mother comes in.
Then you gonna make her mean mom. She be like, yo, daddy don't never do nothing.
Nah, there will be some sort of balance. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'll pray for you, man. If you do have all girls, man, I'll pray for you. No, I'm not gonna babysit kids.
No? You wouldn't take them for a weekend?
How old are we talking? They gotta they can't be pissing in Pampers.
5.
And they gotta learn, and they gotta know how to wipe.
Like 4, 5, 6.
As long as they not peeing on themselves and they know how to wipe, I'm good.
Yeah. You could take them for a weekend.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Come
all right.
chill with Dad. You know what I mean? Come on, hang out with Dad. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, whenever that future, you know, comes about, you know, I got some great advice. You know, got some great people in my corner.
I mean, it takes a village, man, and you know, that's one of the reasons why I've not once have I ever had any ill feelings or anything towards anyone that, you know, was in your life. My whole thing was, I was always like, better not be hitting them. That's it. That's all. Better not be hitting them. That's all. That's my only. That's always my only concern. Better not be hitting them. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, but you know, I'm just excited for the future. That's it.
Yeah, man.
You know, from all these life experiences, all the stories you told me, all the things I got from you myself. You know, it's like how much more ready can you be?
You never ready. You're never ready. Even the people that swear they're ready, they're prepared, you do not know what's ahead of you coming from this new being that's been created.
I think what excites me is just like it's me.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like just how like I am you. That's like it is me. Like, you know, that is literally.
And don't let them look like you.
Don't let them look like me.
It's over. You like, that is me.
It is me.
That is me.
And
that's all you gonna. That's it, man. Like, I created this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. It's like just trying to wrap my head around it. It's like, that is mine. You know, like that's my blood right there.
See, and that's the part where, you know, I missed. It's like when you have certain things going on
Mm-hmm.
that take away from all the things that could. Because I worried a lot because I didn't have nothing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It was like, oh man, I'm a kid pretty much. You know, I felt like a kid.
Mm.
So when I felt like a kid, like I don't know how to do none of this stuff.
Right.
But now it won't be as hard for you as it was for me. You know, because you have an apartment, you have a car.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I'm listing, I didn't have. You have an apartment, you have a car. Well, I had a car. You have a job.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have some sort of stability. I was still living with my parents. I couldn't.
You know, that and all of that is because of, you know, the combined parenting of two amazing parents. You know, it's like the way they both brought me up. You know, like, for one, you know, he really taught me to, you know, go out there and get it. Don't be a wimp. Don't let nobody walk over you. You know, go out there, hustle, do what you need to do to, you know, to just, I don't know. You just like go out and do what you need to do in life in general. You know,
ain't nobody gonna give you shit.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why, you know, everything that I have now is just because to me it's just natural. You know, I get for other people, like, it's like, oh, damn, you have all those at 25? That's crazy. I was like, well, it's just the way I was brought up, you know? That's just it.
And one of the other things is you haven't even applied everything. Mm-hmm. Because some things seem like, well, that might have worked for you. Mm-hmm. But then once you start seeing it working, you're like, oh, that shit do work. You know what I'm saying? Then that inspires you to do other things that your mom may have told you or your dad may have told you, because you're like, oh, now they do know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we all have that moment where we like, man, old ass don't know what you're talking about. That was back then. You know what I'm saying? That was in the 1900s. You know. But, I mean, it's some of the principles still apply today, you know, and with this younger generation, sometimes it's like they think they know everything. They know it all. You don't know shit, bro.
I think part of that is because they're just spoon-fed everything, you know?
I mean, it has a lot to do with a lot, man. The social media, cell phones now, FaceTiming, going live, seeing all this mess, you know, and I don't know. It's a sad situation.
I believe if every child on this planet had a father like mine,
the world would be a better place.
It would be what?
The world would be a better place.
Oh, okay. I was going down the same route. Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes you say you.
No, I was gonna say there would be no world of hunger. That's what I was gonna say.
There would be no world of hunger. Shit, leave it up to you. I boiled everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing. I didn't boil. I don't know where you getting that from, man. Like, no, we didn't boil shit, bro.
The world would be a better place. Ramen noodles growing up, they just hit different. Man, it was so good. All right.
Oh, they're good. Oh, so that's why you said, oh, you had a lot of ramen noodles.
I did have a lot of ramen noodles growing up.
That's what it was. Got it.
I didn't knock them, though. They were good. Sometimes I'd make 2 packs at once.
Did you?
No, I didn't mix the flavors.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't mix the flavors. two beef ramen noodles.
Yeah, that's a little adventurous. You throw some chicken and some beef in there. You like,
we won't mix them.
But look, it was almost pretty much the same anyway. You know, you never ate and think, oh, this tastes just like chicken.
No,
it's just a different flavor.
It is just a different flavor.
Yeah. But that chicken was a bomb to me. The chicken one, what was that? It was like a yellowish.
Yeah.
No, mine was the shrimp. The shrimp
but you know what I'm pointing out?
What?
Oh,
yeah. Well, you was like, oh, I had a smoothie.
But you just did the same thing. Because when I first got here, I told him that I had an amazing banana smoothie, and I was like,
no, you didn't go high. No, see, now you want to point me out, but now you're going to fake the funk. You orgasmed.
Don't say it like that.
No, yes, you did. Now, since you want to point me out, I'm going to say exactly what he did. Now, you said, oh, I had an amazing banana smoothie. And I was like, it made you do that every time? You sipped it?
Tell them what you want. Everyone just saw what you did.
Yeah,
so I'm just pointing out
mine
that
was.
it's like the same thing that I did.
No, yours is.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Hey, man, it's all good. We're in the show on that, man. You know, just like. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that, but you know, we're in the show on that, man. You know, hey, man. We hope y'all enjoyed this show. Well, not this show. This episode. This is not a show, man.
Yeah. And
the one thing that we do that I hope is that we spark some type of conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So meet us in them comments. Leave a comment. If you enjoy what we were talking about, if you didn't enjoy, if you have something to add, if you
if y'all got something to add, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. But, you know, in these beginning stages, you know, of this podcast, we just ask that you guys just keep sharing, you know. Don't just hold this all to yourself. You know, share us with a friend, share us with a family, you know, like we trying to grow, you know. We know that you guys are just going to grow with us. You know, that's all that we ask.
And shout out to my auntie Sandra and Marcus Griffin. I saw him last night. I had 2 shares, man, on Facebook, man. That's what's up, man. Hey,
that's what's up.
Probably had more, but you know, I saw those. So
yeah,
I just
you saw those.
I like to thank y'all, bro. That's what's up, and my auntie, you know, and yeah, man, just share the love that we're sharing with you.
That's right.
Introduce us to somebody else. You know what I mean? And we'll be more grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
All right, that was good.
Good show, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta shake me like this.
All they do is yap, 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 all out the mouth. I don't understand what you really talking about. If you ain't talking about the dollar, what you talking about? All they do is yap, 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 all out the mouth. I don't understand what you really talking about. If you ain't talking about the dollar, what you really talking about? Been grinding.